Stop. Your brain is thirsty. Today, I want to interrupt you a bit for a moment, not because you are distracted, not because your brain is beginning to feel like it's running slower than normal. Your brain is not just tired. If you are not at the space where you really love the speed at which your brain works, it's not that your brain is tired. It may be that your brain is dehydrated. And there's a dangerous part about this because what I found with most busy professionals is that they're walking around dehydrated while blaming their schedule, their workload, age, seasons of life for the declining mental sharpness that they are observing. But biology is rarely emotional. Biology is responsive. And your brain responds immediately to how you hydrate. That is why I said stop. Your brain is thirsty. Hello and welcome to today's Smart Break Short Break series. And I am Leslie Grace, the confidence coach. I help you master confidence, smartness through smart reading, smart thinking, smart speaking. Today, let's talk intelligence and hydration. You will be blown away at the sort of truth and realization you come to have at the end of this live session. It's going to be the most powerful 30 minutes you've had in a very long while, or maybe ever. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. You will love it being here today. I can assure you. Let's talk intelligence and hydration. Hydration, yes. Yes. Let's talk. There a huge truth, there's a tough, hard truth that many intelligent people. The truth is this. I want to share it with you. Even mild dehydration. I said we're going to be talking about intelligence and hydration today. Even if it's a tiny sort of hydration, I mean, as little as 1 to 2% fluid loss, it can cause a reduction in about five key areas we never knew possible. Just a little dehydration can cause reduction, massive reduction in key areas of the human brain and productivity. It can cause a reduction in attention. Oh, it's not just hydration. You need to pay attention to it. Oh, that's why I said stop. Your brain is thirsty. It can cause reduction in working memory. Hydration is something that we need to pay key attention to. Most people just think it is just brain foods. Most people think it's just, let me just eat it. It doesn't really matter what I drink. No, you need to stop. Don't just pause. Stop and pay attention because the human brain is thirsty the other day. And there are five key things that happen when this thirst is going on. Number one is that there'll be a reduction in attention. If you can see and hear me, let me know in the comment section where you are watching from. Number one is reduction in attention. Number two is working memory. So you're thinking that is work overload. You're thinking that is a tight schedule. You're thinking that is because you don't understand what's going on in my life right now. I just have a lot on my plate. And you think that's the reason you're struggling with working memory. Stop. Your brain is thirsty. Hi, Ivy. How are you? Number three is executive function. Executive function. Now, there's something called executive functioning skills. Of course, it involves a lot around memory, focus, and discipline. People struggle with this. They think that is other reasons. Some even think that it's about genetics, but it is largely tied to thirst, drinking, dehydration. Number four, processing speed. See, at this point, if you're sick, you can see and hear me, and you're beginning to wonder, I didn't even know. You won't immediately share this live with somebody to also hear. You want to go to that WhatsApp group and tell the people there that go and tell the big professionals, any busy professional you know right now, that you want to help save their brain speed, their intellectual, because what you can achieve in 2026 is largely tied to the capacity of your brain speed. Go and share this live with them. Number four, finally, number five, I beg your pardon. Mood stability. And isn't this what you see every day? And interestingly, when these five things begin to happen, you begin to realize three major things begin to show up. Decision making begins to slow down. It's just a dress you need to choose to wear and go for that event, but you're slowing down to take that decision. It's just a 10 minutes talk, but you can't focus. So decision making slows down, focus weakens, mental endurance drops. The moment they say we have a 2 hour prep, your mental endurance just drops. Many professionals are not overworked. You think it's overworked. What is happening is that you are actually under dehydrated. You are under hydrated. You are just under hydrated. Hmm. Let's talk about the deception of thirst. The deception of thirst. Here is something most busy professionals were never taught. Thirst is a late signal. Write it down. I feel thirsty. I need to take something. But anytime you notice that you're frequently at the place of thirst, feeling thirsty, it is already a late signal. Thirst is a late signal. Thirst is a late signal. Sorry about that. So by the time you feel thirsty, like I said, your brain is already negotiating a reduced performance. Busy professionals, let me tell you, actually, you shouldn't be get to a place where you're feeling thirsty, you're feeling dehydrated. It's a late signal. Do not use thirst as your hydration strategy. That's what it means. By the time you're feeling thirsty, by the time your throat is feeling dry, by the time it's feeling as if you need to take water immediately, dehydration is happening. That should not be your hydration strategy. Hydration should be planned, it should be scheduled, it should be systemized, it shouldn't be left to thirst. So, like I said, there is a myth around thirst, there's a deception of thirst. Most busy professionals hydrate proactively. Most people hydrate reactively. But if you want your brain to work at the pace of what we call elite performance, where your brain is working at a mental speed, at executive functional skills pace that will benefit you, then your thirst will have to be proactive, not reactive. Thirst is a late signal. High performance do not wait to be thirsty before they get to drink. No, no. You get to manage biology. Hello, Mr. Chris. Biology should be managed. It should not be left to symptoms. When you get to the place where you are constantly thirsty throughout the day, it is a late signal. Allied professionals, the professionals that work at a pace of high cognitive function, do not react to thirst. They proactively understand that the brain gets thirsty. Do you know why? Hydration is a cognitive strategy. Please write it down. Hydration is a cognitive strategy because the human brain is nearly 75% water. Ah, did you hear that? Your brain is 75% water. So most times that thing you do, that you get to a point where you're so thirsty, desperately thirsty, your throat is dry, it is a late signal. It's already signaling that something almost dangerous, almost an emergency that is dangerous is already happening to your brain. This is not good. You're shocked. Yeah. Again, like I said, see, the live sessions in February, don't miss any of them. I'm going to be opening up what you would never heard as busy professional. And these are things I discovered on my journey to becoming that confident, smart physical professional through smart reading, smart thinking, smart thinking. So as I began to observe that, okay, smart reading improves smart thinking becomes smart thinking, and then this is how I become confidently smart. I begin to pay attention to how my brain works. When I read, what do I notice? When I take water at this pace, at this interval daily, what do I notice? Because every thought, every calculation, every strategic decision that you take depends on proper cellular hydration. Hmm, hmm. Because your brain is 75% water. Water helps deliver oxygen and nutrients to your brain, to the brain tissues that exist in your brain, while still supporting electrical signaling between neurons in your brain. So this means that, again, like I said, first is a late signal. You get into a point where you are thirsty, you are dehydrated. It is showing that you are at the space of running without adequate fluid balance. Now, the sad reality about being at that place is that your brain must work harder to produce the same output. It didn't need to work that harder. It doesn't even need it. But because there is lack of fluid, your brain is working harder to produce the same output. Now, why that is bad for you is that when the brain works harder, fatigue arrives faster. A dehydrated brain is a high potential operating on a lower mode. That's what it means. A dehydrated brain is a high potential brain operating on a low power mode. Is weak. It's weak. Your brain is working harder. Something that could have been easier if you had given it the right brain drink. So we do not only have brain foods. Like I said a few days ago, I think I've shared about five major brain foods for you, and then I've told you some foods that are harmful to the brain. Now there are certain brain drinks that are compulsory, especially because your brain is over 70% water. And every time you notice that you're constantly thirsty, you're constantly looking to drink, is a late signal, and it's bad. Because at that point, even though your brain is working, it is a high potential working on low power mode. So this is what we see. As a busy professional, your day begins early. Instead of taking water, coffee has become your morning ritual. The, the number one brain drink. So water is not just water, right? No, it is a brain drink. But what most busy professionals do is that they wake up, they take off in the morning, meetings start, deadlines are there. You promise yourself, I'll drink water. I'll drink water later. I'll drink water later. Later never becomes anytime. By mid-afternoon, they notice that their concentration has dropped. They think it's food. So they rush to go and take those foods that are meant to avoid. And so you see, you now wonder how some other people, what are they thinking at the speed of light? Why? Why does it seem that way? Why are they working and functioning at that pace and speed? Hmm. So by mid-afternoon, your concentration begins to drop. Sorry about that. That's what you begin to notice. You will read the same email. You don't understand why you don't understand it. And you say things like, I don't know why I don't understand. I don't know why. Coach, this reading is not really for me. What is your hydration level? Simple decisions. What to wear, where to go to, what not to do. Simple decisions begin to feel heavier. And you begin to realize that mental sharpness fades away. You assume it's rest. But take a look at it. Last time it felt like it was just rest, and you had rest. What did you notice? Did you really notice that sudden high level emotional burst, that high level cognitive performance? There's still that struggle. So before you blame your workload, check your hydration. Put in the comment section for me. I will check my hydration. I will check my hydration. I will check my hydration. Your hydration is no longer something you think you don't need to check. It's not necessary. It's not just water. We'll check our food. Will I check what to drink? Yes, you will. Yes, you should. You're a busy professional. The most important operating system on the earth is not that your computer in front of you. It's not that your MacBook. Start at it. It is your brain. Thank you. I can see it in the comment section. I will check my hydration. Huh. Uh, hmm. In Genesis 1 verse 29, it says, I will give you every seed bearing plant. They will be yours for food. So provision was never only about survival. No, provision is also about performance. Providing your brain the right brain drain is not just about survival. So what most professionals do is they drink when it is needed for survival. Because they're not feeling thirsty, they drink. And most times, what do they drink? Carbonated drinks. Each time your brain is, anyway, you shouldn't even get to that point actually. But each time you feel thirsty, as a habit, don't get close to anything that's not brain drinks. There are certain brain drinks that can take your cognitive performance from point zero to 100. If you pay attention to how you drink, when you drink, what you drink. Your brain is a responsibility, dear busy professional. Did you know that the qualification, this is going to sound a bit funny, but you know that the qualification for you being counted in the nation where you are now is because your brain is working. Hmm. Yes. When they take head count, they don't count people who their brains are not in the right place. Did you know that? So your qualification is actually your brain. The workability of your brain, the activeness and alertness of your brain. That's on one hand. Like that's why they said you should be counted as a human in that nation where you're watching me from now. Number one. Number two, did you know that the reason they employed you on that job is because of your brain? The reason you have that business running is because of your brain. Yes, you're not the one going to paint the house, but you have a company that goes in to paint people's homes. But you are the brain. So your a most important operating device on earth is your brain. It's your responsibility. If anybody has a brain that stops working, when the government is taking headcount, they don't count that person. Yes, go and do your research. So how you hydrate is part of how you honor the most important operating system there is in the world. Every single, every single product in this earth, the phone we're using, the the gadgets we're using, all of the technological tools we're using, all of them are products of someone's brain. Your brain is your responsibility. Yes, wow, I yes. Hmm. You know, the truth is, wisdom is often revealed in what looks ordinary. We think that brain food, brain drinks, brain exercise, brain journal, brain affirmations, brain scriptures, brain daily habits with smarter brain. They're just small things. They're just tiny, tiny things. But they are, it is in them that you can find real wisdom. See, water is not ordinary. Hmm. Its impact on your intelligence is also not ordinary. Brain drinks are not ordinary. Of course, water is number one brain. And oh, sorry about that. Its impact on your brain is not ordinary. Dear busy professional, if you want your brain to work at a high performance rate, at peak level rate, you must drink differently. It is time for you to start drinking differently. Average professionals drink when it's convenient. But you see, as you're listening to me now, if you're that busy professional, who wants? So take for instance, when things like I don't want to make up the name of that song. When you start seeing busy professionals carry some size of mugs or drinking containers for their water, there's something they understand. I think you should even go ahead and ask them if you can. I was telling somebody yesterday how we consume water in my space, and the person was shocked. So a seaway bottle, if you know seaway, the bottle is consumed in almost every other day. We change it almost every other day. I understand. And the people around me have come to understand that no, we don't drink for survival. We drink for mental performance. We drink for peak performance. Listen, busy professional. Productivity is biological. Awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. Someone says, I just got my 2 liters inspirational water bottle. Great. Fill it every day. Consume it every day. If you can, in fact, you should stretch yourself, especially now. Let me say this: if you work around spaces where the AC is always on, you work for longer hours, you're always talking, you talk for hours when you're teaching or you coach like I am, I'm always in sessions. That's really tough. You're meant to finish it and do more than that. Yes. Hmm. Airlines professionals, those whose brains work at peak performance, understand one thing. They understand that their drinking is intentionally curated. Intentionally curated. So there are certain drinks that you can never find around. Because in as much as water is good, there are other brain foods. And there are also drinks that also damage the human brain. You should think about if my brain is 75% water, that means every brain drink I should take should contain water, undiluted water. So that's your drink that you're buying. I don't want to call names. Those drinks you're buying. Is there water inside? Okay. Productivity is biological. Mental speed is physiological. Write it down. Write it down. It's important that you write it down. Sorry about that. Please. It's important that you write it down. Cognitive stamina. Some people don't even pray for it. They pray for cognitive stamina. I love the way this lady just sound. I love the way this coach is performing. Pay attention to their pattern. Performance is a product of patterns. It's not flown into. Don't wake up and jump inside it. No. Cognitive stamina is supported. It's not just whisked into existence. Smart thinking is not sustained by ambition alone. It is supported by hydration. Smart thinking, dear busy professional. That's what you desire. You want a brain that is smarter than your phone. You want a brain that works at a particular pace. It is supported by hydration. You've stayed 3 hours on that your work today. You've not taken water. You don't have brain food, brain drinks around you. How? Let me talk about the hidden cost of chronic mild dehydration. You know what I'm calling it, mild dehydration? That's what you call it. So no, I needed to drink water, but I'll just wait. Let me just quickly finish this thing. There is a hidden cost of that. And it is hidden. It is subtle. Yes, thank you. Smart thinking is supported by hydration. Yep. When hydration is consistently ignored, the decline is heavy. But most times it is rarely dramatic. You don't see it physically. It is subtle, gradual, quiet. You don't know that one sluggish morning, every morning you wake up, you're sluggish. Check it. You should wake up with your brain giving you ideas. That's how you should wake up. You should wake up smart thinking. But this is supported by dehydration, especially for you who sleeps with the AC on throughout the night. Hmm. There's a hidden cost of that chronic mild dehydration that you go through every night. Do you know there are brain drinks you should take even before you sleep? You think it's just one foggy afternoon, just one delayed decision. They've been asking you these questions, you've not taken any decision. You are noticing this repeatedly. Every morning, sluggish, afternoon, foggy, delayed decisions throughout the day. In the evening, it's as if you went on one high marathon race throughout the day. And then this keeps repeating daily. Next thing you realize that slower thinking is beginning to feel normal. Every time they say you should think, you're even angry. Every time they say you should attend, that means you're upset because you're thinking slower. Some careers are not limited by intelligence, they are neglected by biology. Hydration is not just about drinking more, it's about drinking smarter. It's about asking yourself, how do I drink smart? It's beyond just drinking or asking yourself, did I drink water today? The question is, am I hydrating at the level my intelligence demands? That's the question. Am I hydrating at the level? If my brain is 75% water, am I hydrating at the level my intelligence demands? Now, this is how we created for you the 31 day smart drink menu. There are drinks, different drinks you take in 31 days for the sake of your brain. So the smart brain bundle is in, you need it. 31 days brain foods, then there's brain drinks for you. Because the question in today's world is, am I hydrating at the level that my intelligence demands? Getting yourself to perform at airline performance is where you begin to treat hydration as cognitive infrastructure. That's what it is. Hydration is cognitive infrastructure. It's not an afterthought. It's not something you say drink. I just took that drink. I went for that party. I just took that drink. Hydration is cognitive infrastructure. It's not an afterthought. It's not even a wellness trend. They say drink water and mind your business. Why are they saying those kind of things? No, it's not. It's not. It's not cliche. It's not a wellness trend. It's not something you do just talk about it. It's a performance tool. Hydration is a performance tool. When your brain is properly hydrated, you think faster, you focus stronger, you respond clearer, calmer, you analyze clearer. You can sit and have a conversation, analysis data, or whatnot. You decide wiser. Why are you in a meeting or having a conversation and discussing for hours? There's no water. There's no water. You didn't have water before you entered the meeting. There's no water on the table, and then you leave there hours later, no water. Listen, in high level professional environment, thinking speed is a competitive advantage. So you want to ensure that your thinking speed is up there. You want to ensure that. Advantage is never accidental. I hope you know. Oh, she's just of advantage. She was just lucky to be of advantage. There's nothing like that. Advantage is curated. Advantage is curated. Thinking speed is a competitive advantage in that your workspace, and it is curated. It's not accidental. It is built. It is built through daily discipline of hydration. You begin to pay attention to your hydration. Whether you eat or you drink, First Corinthians 10:31 says, whether you eat or you drink, whether you eat or you drink, do it all to the glory of God. So even hydration is an act of excellence. It's an act of excellence. Your calendar should not determine your mental sharpness. Oh no, when I get to August, my schedule is no longer full. You see, my brain works better. No, it's not your calendar that determines. Oh, we're back. So sorry, I think the network threw us a little bit out. So I was just about to wrap up, right? But I was just saying that your calendar is not what determines your mental sharpness. No, what determines it basically is your biology. So it's not, oh, I was so busy, my schedule was everywhere. So wait, just this you want us to do now, leave it. Then when we get to August, when my brain is working sharper, it's not your schedule that determines your mental sharpness. What determines it is your, it's not your, is your biology that does. Many professionals are trying to upgrade productivity, but the brain that leads them daily, the brain that they use to run each day, which is the most important thing they should be paying attention to, is a biological organ. It's a biological organ. So it's not something that is determined by your schedule. Your brain is a biological organ. You need to pay attention to it. It's not a machine that runs endlessly without support. Your brain should not run like that without support. You're not paying attention to it. You're not checking when you should take, when you should not take. No. There are brain foods, there are brain drinks, there are brain exercises, there are brain drills, there are brain activities, habits that you need to pay attention to. So before you ask your brain for sharper focus, ask, have I given my brain the right environment required to perform? And the right environment will be span across 7 areas. Like I said, food, drink, daily habits, exercises, journaling, affirmations, certain scriptures, because there's an understanding of your brain that you need. So these 7 areas are what form the brain that should work at a particular place. What you drink today supports how you think tomorrow. How you drink supports how you think. Write it down. How you drink supports how you think. How you drink supports how you think. How you drink supports how you think. And how you decide shapes your future. Because you're thinking that would now decide, that would determine how you decide, of course. So mental sharpness is not accidental. It is supported daily by what and how you drink. Mental sharpness is not accidental. It is supported daily by what and how you drink. So if you're serious about protecting your competitive edge, your cognitive edge, then the Smart Brain Bundle is for you. It is designed for professionals like you who have refused to operate below their potential. Because a fast brain is not by chance. No, a fast brain is built by daily biological support. Daily biological support. I want to leave you with this. One thing that is very powerful that we need to understand is that food plays its role to your brain, but hydration is something that you can fix immediately. So even while you're trying to fix your food, what to take off or what not, you can actually begin from the place of hydration. So if you want to elevate your thinking speed, improve it, understand that productivity is biological. If you are quietly thinking, oh, productivity, is it about where I work? Is it about my time schedule? It is highly productivity. And I want to leave you with this word. The intelligent professional protect their brain. The intelligent professional protect their brain. The intelligent professional protect their brain. Smart professionals protect their brain. Leave with this word, protect your brain today. Drink water as often as possible. Not wait when you're thirsty for drinking water. As a habit, drink water. And then get the Smart Brain Bundle to get access to other brain drinks that you need for top high performance level cognitive function. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you know that professional that you've always been reminding to take water, that professional you've always been telling, don't drink this, I think you should drink this, stop drinking this, and the person is not listening to you, send this video to them. Tell them to sit for 30 minutes and have this conversation. It's important that they do. Save your brain. Stop. Your brain is thirsty. Thank you for joining me on this conversation today. I'll see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. We're having an amazing conversation tomorrow that you never. Oh Lord, don't miss tomorrow. Don't miss tomorrow. Don't miss any of the live sessions in February. If you cannot catch live, catch replays 30 minutes. Your brain is the most important organ, like I said. It's what determines everything that you do here. So you need to pay attention to how your brain works. And that's all what the Smart Brain Bundle is about. Get the Smart Brain Bundle. Put in the comment section bundle and you get access to the Smart Brain Bundle. Or follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, check our link and you see the link always on the link in bio, the seller link to get it. Or just send us a DM on anywhere. Just say bundle. We know that you're referring to the smart brain bundle. Just say break. We know that you're referring to the smart brain bundle. I'll send it across to you. Thank you for joining me today. I will see you at 1 p.m. tomorrow. This is a smart one.